Hi there. Would you like to learn how to make this adorable little gift bag? It's a gusseted bag that you can make in a variety of sizes. I just got my Stampin' Up! Gift bag punch board, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to use it. The Stampin' Up! Gift bag punch board is real simple to use, and you can make a variety of bags in custom sizes. So what I would like to do is show you how to use this. Now the punch board comes with a score tool and it has a punch right on it. It also comes with directions, and the directions really do spell out exactly how to use it, but if you're like me, you need to see it rather than just read it. So let me show you how to get started. We do want to follow the guide that is on the instructions. You can make 3 different sized bags as far as the width of the bag. You can make a small bag, which is 2 5/8 inches across, a medium bag at 3 1/8 inches across, or a large bag, which is what this is, at 3 5/8 inches across. The depth of the bag, the gusseted side, is always 2 inches, and that is a constant. That cannot change. You can, however, change the height of your bag just by using a different size paper. And what I am going to do today is I am going to make a large bag. So I want my paper at 12 inches, but I want my bag to be about 7 3/4 inches tall. So I am going to cut my paper at 9 inches, and that is going to allow 1 1/4 for the bottom flap and leave me the desired height. Okay, so I'm going to start with my gift bag punch board facing me, with the punch away from me and this little triangle part facing me. And it helps me to get a visual of what I'm doing. So using my finished bag, I want to remember that I'm going to start face of the bag, and then I'm going to create a side, and then another face, and then another side, and then what you can't see here is another little tab that will allow me to adhere things together. So if I just think face, side, and tab, that will help me in making the bag. And there is a little visual here on the board as well, which is kind of backwards, because we'll make the face, then the side, then the face, then the side, and then be left with the tab. But I am going to start with my piece of designer series paper that is 12 inches wide according to the directions to make the large size bag, and 9 inches high, which is what I need to make a bag that will give me a 7 3/4 inch total height after the bottom flaps are allowed for. We need a 1 1/4 inch allowance for the bottom, leaving me 7 3/4 for the top. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the paper into the punch board, and it goes all the way up into the punch board, and I'm going to slide it to the left until I reach this start line. And when I get it slid all the way up and it's in tight and it's on that start line, then I am going to punch the paper. I am going to take my scoring tool and I am going to score a horizontal line and the large line, which is the size that I am making. Now I am going to slide this over to the left again. I am going to use this starting nib and line it up with the large line I just created. I am going to punch again, and this time I'm going to score my triangle. I'm going to score this, which is marked side, and I am going to score this, which is marked side, and it actually should be marked side 2. And I actually put a little label on mine to indicate that that is side 2. And this is making the gusseted side of the bag. And now I'm going to take my side 2 line and slide my paper over to the left until side 2 is lined up with that starting nib right there. I'm going to punch again. I'm going to score my horizontal line, and I'm going to score my large line, which is the size I'm making. This will be my second face, and then I'm going to slide over to the left and get my starting nib lined up with that line. I am going to punch. I am going to score my triangle, side 1, side 2, and then I will slide over to the left, get side 2 lined up with that starting line, and punch again. And this is what you will be left with: a face panel, a 2-inch side panel, a face panel, a 2-inch side panel, and then this little area that will be your tab to adhere the box together. Now, if you want to put holes in your bag, like I have in mine, punch holes so you can tie the bag together, you do that using the reverse of the punch. So I'm going to just move my punch board around so the reverse punch is now facing me. Before we can punch holes here, we need to have these score lines extended. So I'm going to move my punch board out of the way, and then I am going to take all of my folds, and using the creaser, I'm just going to extend the creases that I made to the bottom of the paper. With our creases all the way extended to the end of the paper. We want to punch holes for the strings to fit through, and the best way that I can describe where to punch the holes is on whatever crease there is a V for the notch for the paper. This crease, I'm going to extend it from where we're punching all the way down to where the triangle goes, is the only crease we do not punch on. So again, if there was a notch equal to that crease, that's where you're going to punch. For demonstration purposes, I cut a skinnier strip so you can see the crease line where it matches up with the notch. This little nib right here on the reverse is the punch that is going to punch the holes. And I want to line up my first score mark that is equal to a V-notch at that nib, and I'm going to punch. And what that's going to do is give me 2 holes. Now I'm going to go to my next score line that is lined up with a V-notch, and I'm going to punch again. And I'm going to go all the way down until I have another V-notch, line it up with that punch again there. Now I'm going to skip over this score line because it's lined up with the gusseted triangle, and I just want to come down to where I have my notch, punch, punch again, and then this is actually half of a punch, so I want to line my nib up with the edge of the paper because I just want 1 hole on that half of V. And then I will have holes like this. And what that is going to do is when I have my box assembled, it is going to let my holes line up just like that. And I think that you'll see that better in the bigger bag that I have assembled. I have 2 holes on the side, 2 holes on the face, 2 holes on the side, 2 holes on the other face. I've already glued my bag together, but when I fold it down, my holes are lined up that I can just thread my ribbon through. And I think that it's easy enough for you to glue your tab in and then glue your flaps down. They'll look something like this. Well, I'll demo that real quick. We do want to cut this tab off. It's actually going to be cut off on both sides. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, sticky strip or fast fuse, whatever adhesive you like, and then I'm just going to put a little strip on my flap to make the bottoms of my box, and it'll look just like this once I have my flaps done, and I'll be able to fold my gussets in on the side and then put my ribbon through my bag. And you can decorate your bag any way that you would like. I'll show you what I did with mine. Okay, so I decorated my bag using a piece of cardstock that I've cut into a flag end and then a coordinating piece of designer series paper also cut with a flag end, and I layered those on, and then I stamped on 3 different pieces of cardstock with the Celebrate Today stamp set, and then I punched them out using the balloon framelit dies and decorated my bag for a birthday. And I'll show you how easy it is to put the ribbon in using the holes we just created. So I've pinched my bag together at the top so my holes from the front and the side and the back are kind of just one big hole. And I am using the new Stampin' Up ribbon, the dotted lace ribbon in the new In colors. And I'm just going to thread that right through that series of holes going from front to back. And I'm just going to pull that through. And then I'm going to come around the back, and I'm going to just put that through the hole from back to front. Even up my 2 sides, and then just simply tie it with just a simple bow. And there you have a quick and easy closure, and it looks wonderful. It'll keep your bag closed with whatever you decide to put in it, and it's easy enough for the recipient to open and can be used over and over again. So thanks, Stampers, for hanging in there with me. I know this was a long video. I hope you appreciate my detailed step-by-step instructions on using your new Stampin' Up gift bag punch board. Please leave me a comment and let me know how you liked my video. And don't forget to head on over to mystampinspace.com and sign up for my newsletter